Yes. Hello. Hi. Oh, thank you for the resub. Oh, goodness. That is very nice. Thank you so much. I forgot a few things today, so I don't actually have my fan in the kitchen. Hold on. Okay, so I don't actually have my fan in the kitchen. I don't have my disco ball because that's going to be in the way. I do notice some flickering with the camera, so that is a known quantity. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best with it, but these are the new Logitech Stream Cams. It is running a whole lot of input and output through what I might do for another stream. So let's consider this one a test. Let's call this a test. But what I might do for another one is I may actually... they can go 60 frames a second and 30 frames a second. I may switch them to 30 and just go with that for the moment. Because, yeah, I can see that there's a little bit of flickering. There's a little bit of problems. Thank you. I don't get to wear... I don't get to wear this on the other one because it's got green in it. So I don't get to wear this very often. So I've got coffee brewing, as you can see here. And yeah, hello everyone. Good morning. I hope that you're doing well. Thank you for the resub. There's buttons everywhere. Oof, wow. But yeah, welcome to my kitchen. Good morning, everyone. Hi. I will keep looking. So yeah, this stripe here. Oh, whoops. Oh, it probably doesn't look as green because I have filters on. But yeah, this stripe here is a little bit green, so on the green screen it doesn't show up so great. Okay. So we'll see how things work. We'll see how things do. Right now I'm waiting for this coffee water to boil. While that happens, I'm going to grab some beans and do my thing. I put everything everywhere, so it's sort of a mess. Let me make some adjustments. Okay, all that can go back there. Let me grind some coffee. As you can see, the most important kitchen appliance is a mouse. Oh yeah, things are a little wonky. But trust me, this is a great test run because it's early morning, and I'll blame it all on not having coffee yet. How about that? But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I do know that today I'm going to be super distracted. I'm going to be super distracted because of moving parts and things. Let me mute the microphone while I'll mute the microphone while I grind these beans. But yeah, I looked things up, and I'm really aware that these cameras pull a lot more power than I'm used to serving up from my rig. So once I'm able to, oh, you'll have to pardon me, I'm smoking. I did see, I think I saw in Dasbiff stream 7 about the new desk. Or no, or was it Furwick's? One of those two about the new desk. So I hope that I hope the fight didn't bruise anyone or damage anything. Dasbiff. Okay, so let me get this going. Try not to have your mouse too close to your coffee. You're going to get coffee grinds in your mouse. Hey, Bookworm Girl, thank you for the follow. Oh, whoops. Let me actually switch over. There we go. Let me switch over. So we can actually get the proper. I can learn the proper placement for things. So I'm making coffee in my AeroPress. And this is I actually got a new filter for the bottom of it that is a mesh filter. It's like a metal mesh filter, and it actually holds the coffee in so you can put more pressure behind it. So I am a fan. Let me get my mug. Oh. And thank you everyone for the follows. It's my green mug. You can actually see it today. It's visible today. Yes, everyone, whatever your morning/afternoon ritual is, by all means. Mine right now is definitely the ritual of the bean. Oh, excellent. A new desk setup is nice. It's nice to have, but sorry you had to fight with it a little bit. And I'm glad you didn't break your monitors when setting it up. So normally I do this right before stream, so it's going to take a little while. I think I give it about like 5-6 minutes. I'm giving it like 8 minutes on the timer. I try not to say the name of my smart device, or rather my digital assistant, on camera. But yes, we have the disco chips, so... Right now we're gonna start removing things from the kitchen area. Because I am on slightly limited space because I'm just choosing to do this part of my counter. So yeah. But yes, we have the disco chips. And there is a recipe on the back that we will, there's a recipe on the back that we'll look at. We'll see if we want to use it or if we want to just adapt other recipes to it. But yeah, I will be right back because I'm missing some things to be appreciative. So hold on a moment. There we are. Okay. Thank you everyone for the subs, the resubs, the follows, all of the things. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It is much appreciated. And yeah, I also just appreciate you coming along when I try things like this because a lot of this is new. We're doing the things. And I wish I could play like actual disco music when I'm making the disco cookies, but not so much. So right now we're just going to wait for the AeroPress to steep my grounds. Nicely steepy. Very steepy. But what we've got going on today is we've got the disco chips. We're going to make some cookies. Oh, thank you for the cheers. We're going to make some cookies. We're also going to make Coquito, which I have a very, very detailed recipe. Brian Cortijo put this in my Discord. And I have printed it out, and we will read through it as we make it. It's a very simple process, but a very detailed recipe. And then later on, I am going to be doing a modified version of a Nigella Lawson tray bake. So this is her Spanish chicken with chorizo and potatoes. I was unable to get chorizo, but I do have andouille sausage, so we'll be using that instead. And I've got some cherry tomatoes and some onion and potato, and I may actually grab some like frozen peppers out of the fridge. So we'll throw that on. So as usual, the cookies will probably be the most work. Well, no. Both the cookies and the chicken will be work, but we're going to try and do the cookies first, because they should be done the shortest amount of time in the oven. And then we'll do the tray bake, because that's going to take about an hour. and then we'll see where we are. We may, we may not finish before I decide it's time for me to stop and raid. My entire setup may come down. The flickering may accidentally be giving people subliminal signals to activate their sleeper training. I don't know. We'll figure it all out as we go. But hopefully you can see me, you can hear me, and you can see my workspace. So that's the important thing. It's not exactly, I mean, it's like, yeah, she calls it Spanish chicken. And it's like, it's chicken with spices and like a Spanish cured sausage. It's not Spanish chicken. Yes, so a tray bake is fantastic. I do it a lot now. Whether I do it in an actual like deep roasting pan or whether I do it just on a sheet pan. But doing a tray bake is so simple. So what I'm thinking though is I may make the cookies by hand. I may not actually do a mixer because that's a lot to get over here and put away. And so I don't know if you've noticed, but the Nestlé Toll House hashtag not sponsored. However, hashtag they did send me. That's not a hashtag. Yeah, you can't just say hashtag they sent me free stuff, but they sent me free stuff. So thanks to everyone boosting and retweeting the video that I posted earlier. Nestlé Toll House sent me four bags of the disco chips, but I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. Oh, maybe you can. The bag is only 5.5 ounces. Yeah, it's only 5.5 ounces. Normal chocolate chips, hey Dasbiff, normal chocolate chips are about usually 10 to 12 ounces. So these are half what you'd normally get, which is great because I do make smaller batches of cookies because it's just me here. Don't worry if I make larger batches of cookies, it's none of your business. So we're gonna see what their recipe says, which I suspect their recipe is gonna be a cocoa-based one as well. So we're gonna make their cookies. And if not, I do have, as a backup, I've got my own cookie recipe, which you can also get if you're in the Discord. And it also has my PayPal and Ko-Fi links in case you really like it. But it's a very simple recipe. But we're going to try the one that's on the back of the bag. And Brian is really needing to get his eyes checked. Let's see here. This requires flour, baking cocoa, baking soda, a stick of butter, sugar, and 1 egg, and one of these. So we'll try this. But yes, good morning, everyone. Goodness gracious. Everyone's like coming through with the resubs today, sorry. So yeah, we're just waiting for my timer to go off so I can start my coffee. Once that starts, we'll really be in there. And you know, it's not a kitchen stream if I'm not wearing a unicorn shirt of some kind, so, you know. I may take this off as it gets too warm, but I won't take everything off. That would be bad. I wouldn't want to be one of those fake streamers who's just out here to, you know, show his unicorn shirts and steal views away from those non-unicorn shirt streamers. I certainly wouldn't want to do that. Definitely not. Though I literally did go over my multiple unicorn shirts and like, which one am I going to wear on stream? Okay, so let's grab 1 egg. I did not because I am, again, I was not prepared. Oh, your browser was doing a misbehave? Yes, well, yeah, it's, oh gosh, I lost my words already. So I didn't get up and take the things out last night that I should have. And so the butter and the egg are not quite room temperature yet. We may have to do a little bit of microwaving softening on the egg. Trying to also take care of trash as I go, so you may hear some noises. Hopefully there's no echoes. Hopefully everything is looking and sounding pretty good. That's my coffee timer, so let's start plunging. Thank you. I love egg. Also, egg. So let me see here. Yeah. Sadly, the flickering camera is known. I know what it is and I know how to fix it, but I guarantee you, try doing technical fixes at 6:30 in the morning when you haven't had your coffee yet. See how well you do. Because I'm going to guess not well. Okay, coffee. We did not spill anything, but I've got a paper towel everywhere just in case. A little bit of sweetener. You don't even go with technical fixes when you're wide awake. Okay, that's... Oh no! Welp. Thankfully, it's quickly... It's okay, nobody saw. Nobody but all of you saw. Nobody saw, just all of you. It's fine. It's 100% fine. And don't tell anyone that I spell things. Don't do it. Don't. Just don't. Don't. I'm just messing because I added that to my, I added like the 2 camera switching to my Stream Deck and now I'm just playing with it. I don't know if we'll get a raid, but it's interesting because it's like I added 2 cameras to my stream setup, and I had to do a whole bunch of different scenes last night specifically for this. So I'm using my the thing with buttons and scenes and all that in it to make a whole new area just for streaming from the kitchen. Shaka's not a narc. Shaka was just, in prison. Sometimes you gotta like do things. I got some grounds in here because I did not rinse my spoon before, so hold on. I promise I actually am an adult and know how to do things in the kitchen. I promise. I promise. Sometimes I know how to do things in the kitchen. Normally you don't get to see this, so, Hey! Dimples, hello. Welcome on in. I don't think Shaka's a narc. I just, sometimes you gotta survive when you're in prison. I wouldn't know, and I'm glad that nobody playing knew. Nobody playing at that table knew what it's like to be in prison. So, there's that. But it was still hilarious. Hey, Juliancito, yes, I am making Coquito. So let's see, I think we'll start with the cookies, because, or, you know what, no, we'll, no, we'll go ahead and give the egg and the butter time to get a little bit more towards room temperature. Let's start with the Coquito, actually. Why don't we start with that? Because I say so. So pay no attention to the mouse. Pay no attention. Let's just make sure okay, yes. So, am I too shiny? Hold on. I also don't like, wait, 1 second. There, that's better. The light is not bouncing off of my big old head. Okay, so what shall we do here? Let's also turn the light up on the counter. So you can kind of see. Let's see. Yeah, we want to turn that on. There. There we go. Okay. So the mouse is very shiny. Mice in the kitchen? No, there can only be incroyable rats. So I need a bowl. So I'm going to use the bowl from my KitchenAid mixer, actually, to make this in. And I'm going to use a hand whisk. So, hello, Sess. Good morning. So it's a very, very simple recipe. Essentially, you put everything in a bowl, and then you put everything in a bottle. And then you have the rest left over for yourself. But yes, so hello everyone, welcome in. I am very glad that you are here with me, hanging out, doing the thing. You know, I needed to make sure I was testing the new setup. There are some technical issues that are on my end, but I do want to say thank you to my contact at Blue Microphones for hooking me up with the Logitech Stream Cams. They are very nice. They can do portrait and landscape mode. Which is the cool thing, is that you just flip it and all of a sudden it goes to portrait mode. So it really is good for a lot of different types of setups. But I got one on me and one on my camera, one on my stuff, and one coffee in me. Oh God, freshly ground AeroPress coffee. Yes. Yes, that is everything. So, hey, Deem, hello. Can I get a shout out for Deem Hara, please? Yes, coffee. Coffee. I was happy to hang out in Deem's stream while you were playing Genshin Impact and just chatting. So that was nice. So a tray bake, Tray space BAKE, is essentially you put a whole bunch of stuff on a tray and you put it in the oven. In this case, it's going to be chicken thighs, sausage, onions, potatoes, maybe some garlic, some cherry tomatoes. I don't know. We'll see what else I've got around. I've got some frozen peppers. I'm not sure how well those will work, but I don't know. So anyway, that's what that's about. Essentially, you'll just see me chopping up stuff and then throwing it onto a sheet pan. So it's very easy. But for the Coquito, as I said, I have a delightfully detailed recipe. Brian Cortillo, who is around and about in our communities, was able to actually source me the one thing that I needed to make this properly. And that is, oh, interesting. So you actually, it's like a tray cake for you as opposed to a tray bake. It's one letter off, I guess. You know, we Americans can't ever do anything right. We don't even pronounce iron correctly. So this is the one thing that I could not source. Coco Lopez cream of coconut. No place here had it. No place here had it for delivery. So Brian went to his local and sent me 6 cans. So I've got that. You also need sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk. And it's really, really simple. Essentially, you do cream of coconut, sweetened condensed milk, evaporated milk, rum, cinnamon, and nutmeg. That's it. You mix those things together. and then you pour them into a bottle, and you let that chill and get together. Pardon me. And that's really it. But this is a very, very, very detailed recipe. Like, he made sure of everything that you would need to know. So we will also do I think, yeah, to make the, I'm not watching the captions, but I know if I say iron, it probably doesn't work. If I say ironing board, it might, but I have to say iron. If I say iron, and then it might even say Iran. It depends on what happens. But yes, so. Hey, that Void Cat, welcome on in. Wow, thank you so much for the resub. You actually didn't, Deem. What's funny is there is, so up the road from me in Baltimore, there was a TikTok where, because of basically because of the local dialect, words like iron and Aaron and earned all tend to come out around the same. So there were basically people in Baltimore were trying to say Aaron earned an iron. And they were like, Aaron, earn, and earn. And it was coming up. It was coming out very strange. So, yes. An adventure for coffee? Deliver or in-house? But yeah, so it's just the dialect cannot, because of the way it's more contextual than pronounced, the dialect could not distinguish between those two words. And yeah, that's the thing. It's like pronunciation is one thing, but context is key. So, let me not delay any longer. Let me grab my whisk. Oh. Some whisk ASMR. So yeah, essentially, what we need to do is, we need a mixing bowl, a whisk, a bottle with stopner, a can opener, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to read. If you're in my Discord, Brian has posted these instructions before, but we're going to have a quick reading. So first off, as I've said, cream of coconut, condensed milk, evaporated milk, rum, cinnamon, and nutmeg. You have a whisk, you have a mixing bowl, you got a bottle with a stopper in it, and a funnel, etc. Some tips that I found useful. This is Brian, not me, although I am also Brian, so there you go. Do not refrigerate or use ingredients straight from the cold. Let everything rest at room temperature, especially the cream of coconut, which can solidify a bit. Shake the cans well. Shake the cans really well. Really. When you're done, do it again. You won't damage anything. Shake it again. Let's see here. I like to combine the cinnamon and nutmeg in a little bowl and mix them up a bit. It can help with clumping of the dry ingredients. Fair. I tend to shake anyway, so it's all good. 2 of the 3 cans you're using will likely have pull tabs. 1 almost certainly will not. Be prepared with your can opener so that you can shake and open. The rum flavor will enhance over time. If you're not looking for a very boozy drink, stick to the 1 cup of... If you're not looking for a very boozy drink? Really? 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 Your bottle might be a little small. Your bottle might be a little small for everything you've mixed. That's okay. Reward yourself with a small glass. I like that stuff. So yeah, let's start shaking. So, cream of coconut first. Let's get everything about where we can. There you go. So that, yeah, you should be able to see things. So yeah. They're actually, this is, the cream of coconut is pretty solid. Like, you're not getting any shake noise. Like, I think, wait. Like, that gives you a nice shake noise. The cream of coconut? No. Oh, there it is. There it's, now it's moving. There we go. Shake it like you're shaking a drink. There we go. Okay. I am not a ham, maybe. Spatula just in case. It's just a very ceremonial dumping. You know what? I think I'll risk the light bouncing off my head because the color's not quite right in the kitchen. Yeah, that's way better. I'll just risk the cat ham. Except it's just me with like ham in my mouth. Like, anyway, so that's a cream of coconut. We'll do the condensed milk. Oof. Come on. There we go. The recipe did say to shake it, like really shake it, and then shake it again. Look, okay, I'm just... Shush. Okay. Because I'm also gonna... Oh no! There will also be some intense whisking. I'm not sure this is okay with TOS, actually. Wow. This is the second time I've made it. Because I'm going to have to get more rum in after this one. Pardon me. Okay. And then this is the condensed, sorry, this is the evaporated milk. Hey, hat and sandals guy. Okay, so this one requires the can opener. Maracas, or perhaps a rain stick. Nisenbi, perhaps a rain stick. Now, this one has definitely been shaken a lot because it's frothy. Hey, Brian. So yes, this is Brian. This is Brian Cortijo's delightfully detailed recipe. I forgot. Let's see here. Let's go with cinnamon and nutmeg. 1 second. What are we doing? 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Okay, we'll kind of measure things by halves here. Oop, nope, come here. There we go. So we need 1/4 teaspoon, so that's about half of that. Not being super exact because I don't feel like finding my actual 1/4 teaspoon. No, sorry. Let's put on the... Sorry. It's from Penzies. The bottle was meant for shaken. Okay, that... And then for the nutmeg, there we go. We're going to use, we're going to grate it fresh because I'm fancy. Pumpkin spice coquito. Oh, nice. Okay, so, wait, you can't even see this. I got to remember to switch around here. There we go. Just the fresh. I like the fresh nutmeg when I make things. When I make, like if I make eggnog, I like the fresh nutmeg. So that's about it for the dry ingredients. And we can give them a little bit of a zhuzh together. I think what I'll do first is I'll whisk everything together and then I'll add the dry ingredients. And then I'll whisk it some more. Hey Quinn, currently we're making coquito. And I will say, I don't care for coconut in things. Mostly because I like coconut. But I don't like shredded coconut. And I like coconut flavor. But I don't like the shredded coconut. It gets everywhere. And whatever Anakin said about sand, that's me with shredded coconut. Stop putting shredded coconut in things. I hate it. So with this, because the cream of coconut has, it is like coconut, I may strain this before I serve up a glass. Sometimes I have it directly from the bottle. Sometimes I strain it. Shredded blueberry and mac and cheese. Wait, what? What? Somebody else said something about blueberry and mac and cheese. What? What is happening out there in the world? Have we all been inside too long? What in the world? Oh my gosh, I have not even been paying attention. We've been getting some donations. So yeah, I'm raising money this month for Able Gamers. Thank you for the follow. I am raising money this month for Able Gamers. Steven Spawn, if you have seen him online, he's a member of my team, the Wookie Cookies, and he is trying to hit a target with a big push around his birthday in the middle of the month. So I'll be probably doing a big push on March 19th. Yes, there's a link to his tweet about it. So anything is appreciated. If you hung out here, charity is a big part of what we do, what our communities do. So yeah, anything helps, but never feel pressured to give. Don't feel pressured to sub. Don't feel pressured to cheer. Don't ever feel pressured. Take care of yourself first. Put your own mask on first, especially with the way the world is right now. Yes, this drink is a sweet, creamy rum yum. Yes. So, I forgot the most important part. Rum. So, this says 1 to 1.5 cups rum. I strictly use Bacardi Superior White Rum for this. Measure into 1 cup, that's 8 ounces, and extra. So we'll do a cup, just to be exact. Now I do have extra. So the extra might go in here. It might not. We'll see. Let me actually switch hands because I am right-handed. Yeah, we may use whatever's left in the bottle. We'll see. I add it directly in this. His directions say to add it directly to the bottle, but I kind of prefer to do it this way. It picks up a whole lot more. And now we're going to funnel it in. I've lost the plot today. I've really lost the plot. It's mostly, yeah, rum to taste. The whole liter? Good lord. That's too much. The whole liter? That's too much. That's too much. No, that's too much. The whole liter? Too much. Now here's the interesting thing. I only added a cup this time. The last time I added more than 1 cup, and there was not enough room in the bottle. This time with just, oh, whoops, I forgot. There's still more rum. Because we needed to swish it around the bowl to get the rest of the stuff out. We shall see what happens now. Nope, not enough. Oh no, not enough. Hold on. Yeah, the first class is going to hit real hard. So let's do a redo. Well, also that way you get the ASMR again. This is turning into an ASMR stream I did not expect. But no, let me go ahead and remix and then re-pour because I left some rum out. And just like, just like Daft Punk breaking up, one more time. Ooh, that was close. that was close. Brian was also kind enough to send me the bottle. So it is a nicely stopper bottle, if I can remember how to work it. Wait, how do bottles work? Wait. Fellas, is it gay to not be able to use bottles? Because I am like super gay. There we go. I am so tired of the fellas, is it gay tweets. I'm so tired of those. Also, make sure you're wearing a shirt that you're going to put in the wash later. JD Lady, thank you for the resub. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're just having fun in the kitchen today. Doing the thing. Making some coquito, as you do. Thank you for the follows as well. Thank you for the tilted-fa-ha-ha. Yes, I'm a huge fan of my huge fan. Yes. Thank you for the tilted-fa... Wait, what is happening? Hold on. I have not been paying attention to Tiltify, and I forgot to do an alert for it because I forgot to connect it in Streamline. Oh my gosh, we're at $165 raised of my current $250 goal? What the whomst? Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Felis. Thank you, Chia. Oh my gosh. That's very, very kind. Thank you so much. I forgot to connect Tiltify, so the alerts haven't been going off. I apologize for that. But I do appreciate it. Able Gamers is a wonderful charity because essentially, I don't know, I realize that I tend to do a lot of raising money for charities that get games in the hands of people because video games are for everyone. Everyone should be able to play. Everyone should be able to play. Everyone should be able to have fun. Everyone should be able to enjoy the same experience. And no one should be shut out of gaming because of anything. So yeah. We shook the cream of coconut, we shook the condensed milk, we shook the evaporated milk, we have added the dry ingredients, we've whisked it all together, we have poured rum into the bowl, poured it all into the bottle, we have stoppered the bottle well, and the next step is shake the bottle. Do not be gentle. Might need a little... No, there's... Okay, I was afraid I might need a little room at the top. There's room. I'm getting an air bubble at the bottom. I could use a little more air in there, so I guess I'll just have to give myself a little bit, just to make sure it's okay. I'll just give myself a little bit. There, see, there's a little more. There's a little more there. Now I have room to shake. A little bit more. Let's not get rum all over the kitchen. Also, you're going to want to wash your hands because it gets sticky. There we go. Okay, so this this is going into the fridge. I'm going to taste what's in the bowl. I already know with the amount of rum I put in, it'll be a little on the lighter side. That's intentional, because the first time I put like a cup and a half of rum in it. Oh my god. So yeah, this time we're going to put just a cup of rum in, and yeah, so give me just a second. And that goes in the fridge to do the thing. So it does say, taste and if desired, add more rum. Then refrigerate for storage and allow the flavors to combine. Since I've made this before, I know that I put too much rum in the last time. So that's fine. But now, this will just be for me. Okay, maybe like a little extra splash. Just in the taste test. Just in the taste test. Just a tiny bit. Just a little extra. It's to taste. There you go. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, well, nothing like starting out the day with a very generous splash of rum. Oh, Lord. Okay, so next is cookies. I just a dribble or a drop. But I have used Coquito in my coffee before, and it is a nice combination. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Oops, hold on. So yes, now we will move on to making cookies. So I'll probably preheat the oven and start mixing those things. I'll do it by hand instead of the mixer because it makes a small batch. So we like a small batch of cookies. Yeah, I love this fan. It is the fully inclusive one. It actually matches. Speaking of which, it matches something. That was made for me by a good friend. So. This was made by the Proud Owl, who's currently in chat. And who recently qualified, I believe, for Twitch partner. So, everybody send some good vibes. Send some manifestation of that good energy right out into the world. And qualify. I'll just say, I know you qualified. If you applied, that's your business. And as you know, qualifying for partner and applying for partner are two completely separate stresses. Getting accepted for partner is also its own stress. So, but we are rooting for you. So next up is cookies. So I'm going to, let me zoop back out. I love the zoop. I love the zoop. It's all Steven's fault for showing us all the power of the zoop. So the recipe literally says disco cookies. Preheat the oven to 350. Okay, let's get everything out that I'm going to need. Let's see here. Preheat oven, combine flour, cocoa, and baking soda in a small bowl. Okay. Let me get some bowls, and I'll be right back. I'll just be over here. Oh, they want one more bowl for the disco chips. Okay. So let's see what these look like, finally. They are not all covered in edible glitter, and edible glitter is actually edible glitter. It is not really glitter as much as it is sugar, food coloring, like Arabic gum. Actually, it may say in here, because everyone's like, "Are you going to be pooping glitter?" Probably not. These are really just colored and formed sugar. Hello, a quarter ghost. Ian, I hope that you're doing well today. Let me see here. Yeah, essentially 1% or less of edible glitter. And the edible glitter is pearlescent pigment, shellac, water, coconut oil, corn syrup. So, it's definitely not healthy. If you have a thing with corn syrup, this is not your thing. But yeah, so we're gonna go per the. You want baked goods now, but not ones you have to make yourself. Good, because I think, didn't you make my recipe and you made too many? I'm calling you out specifically because I was like, you had baked goods for days. Okay, so 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So, shush. Okay, that's my 1/2 cup and my 2 tablespoons. Then I need a 1/2 cup of baking, okay, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We can use that. Quinn, thank you for the sub. Oh my gosh, thank you for the resub. And we need a stick of butter. And then 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. So let me get my 1/4 cup out. Okay, so let's start with the dry ingredients first because they're going to be the most fiddly. Trying not to make a mess. All I'm doing is making a mess. Okay, starting up the oven. Alright, we need 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I use a sugar container for my flour, but I use a really good tip. Alright, flour on the top. Altiru, every now and then I do. It's not every time. Most of the times I end up playing games, but about once a month I would like to do it more. And if this setup continues to be okay, I will do this more. If the setup continues to be a good one, I'll do this more. I really would like to. I would love to do more food content. And if any brands out there are watching, I would love to partner with you on food-related content. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag call me. I mean, I legit did not think that... You didn't hear that. I didn't think Nestlé would actually respond. Because I did not reach out to them. I tagged them. That is literally it. I tagged them. I did not like DM them or write to them or say, hey, you know, here's who I am as a content creator and it'd be great if we could collab. I basically just said, I tagged them in my Disco posts and they saw it and they were like, hey, let's send you some chips. So, you know, this is definitely a PR, let's say a PR gift. We can say it's a PR gift. I'm not getting any other compensation from this. The main thing that I got was not having to go out to a Walmart and play roulette to find a limited release item. Because the last time I wanted a limited release item on stream, once again, Brian Cortillo was awesome and sent it to me. And that was the turkey dinner candy corn, which some may consider an abomination. And they would be somewhat right. Oh, absolutely, Panther Lily. There will be pictures when they are done. So yes, you'll be able to see. But yeah, it's okay because I know you're working and lurking. And there will always be a VOD later. But yeah, I'll make sure that there are pictures in the Discord. Okay, so that was the flour. And now we need a half cup of baking cocoa. A half cup? Yes, a half cup of baking cocoa. It's not exactly baking cocoa, but it will do. Really, a half a cup? Okay. Okay. That seems like an awful lot to me, but all right. And I do remember that you are supposed to, even though I never remember to do this, you're supposed to swap out flour for when you use baking cocoa. You swap out flour for it, and you know, you basically sub out that much for the baking cocoa. I don't always do that, and sometimes I add it in with the wet ingredients, not the dry ones. Sess has got it in one. Yes, exactly. They partnered with very specific stores, and they weren't everywhere. But what was immediately apparent is even for this, there were scalpers. Even for a chocolate chip, like chocolate chip or candy corn, there were scalpers because people saw them, immediately went out and got them, and then hoarded them. But let's see here. Oh, I should read this. They gave a little... Get groovy with your tasty treats. Top pancakes, cupcakes, or bake into cookies or breads to add that extra sparkle to your final product. Can you dig it? I will not be doing any blaxploitation readings anytime soon. Okay, so let's see here. We need 3/4 cup granulated sugar. Stay. All right, 3/4 cup granulated sugar. And, okay, so now it comes to the softened stick of butter and 1 large egg. So let me soften this butter up. Yeah, it's still pretty firm. So we're just going to put it into a little ramekin, pop it in the microwave, and soften it up. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a baritone. When I sing, it tends to come out higher, so I don't think I am. I've never really taken lessons for singing. I just sing when I enjoy it or to be goofy. So I'm going to do some quick pulses in the microwave to soften this up. Clean up while I do. Oh, all right then. Feel free to poke your butter. Make sure it's soft. Now that is soft butter. That is butter that you're leaving an impression in. That butter will not forget that you've been poking it. Why am I like this? Seriously, why? Why? All right, now I'm going to need to cream these things together. We'll try doing it with a spoon. Oh, I forgot baking. Oh, God. I forgot the baking soda in the dry ingredients. Now will be the moment where if I didn't forget the baking soda, everyone in chat should have been like, no! But I'm pretty sure I forgot. Okay, the oven is ready, so let's keep going. Funfetti cupcakes for your housemate. Happy birthday to your housemate. Hello, iCupboard. Okay, I think I'm good on cups and measures and stuff for now. So I'm going to put that away. Because I am working on limited space. So we still have the lovely, lovely chips. Hey, Kate. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar. I'm really just kind of chopping it into the sugar at this point. You know, you could use a hand mixer, you could use a stand mixer, you could use a KitchenAid, you could use a whisk, but pretty much the point is that, you know, you're almost mashing it in when you're creaming, and it's much easier to do this with an... does anyone add vanilla pudding to box cake mix? Yes. Yes. I love the cake mix hacks. So if anyone has gone out there and seen like the cake mix box hacks, like, oh, yep, Dasbiff, yup. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I love that the one most important hack is I think it's you use milk instead of water and butter instead of oil. Like, that's like the number one swap out. The most important hack is, I forget. But yes, I don't do box mixes very often, but yes, it will make the thing taste more. Oh, thank you, iCupboard. It will make the thing taste more if you use milk and melted butter and swap out in place of water and oil. The recipes that they provide are set to use water and oil. Like, they're set for that. But if you add that, if you go that little extra bit, it makes it taste better. So much better. And it doesn't, it starts to not resemble a cake mix at some point. It's like, oh wow, it starts to smell and taste like scratch. So yeah, this is essentially creaming the sugar and butter. We sort of turned it into a nice little buttery, sugary mass. Trying to get that bit off the sides. But yeah, I sometimes will just do this. I'll do this in front of the TV. There we go. That's kind of what you want to see. You want to see it like getting that nice like you want to really be able to just almost like you're making a buttercream frosting, but not. But that's what you really want. It's very, yeah. So, as I said, you can do this with an electric mixer, but you don't have to. So, next is an egg. Egg? I love egg. Thank you. All right. I just go on the counter because I have no shame. No shame. No one's here to judge me. Egg. Also, I like between Space Valkyrie's egg and Steven's egg. I'm like, yeah, we got it on egg lockdown here. Okay, yeah. So now we're gonna get a little goopy, nicely goopy, as we beat in the egg, because we need to make something that will support our whole like flour cocoa. It never seems like all of this is going to combine well. Every single time I make a cookie dough recipe, it never seems like all of this is going to combine well. It always seems like there's too much of something, especially the dry ingredients, especially. And yet, it somehow manages to work out in the end. Or it doesn't, and you're about to watch me do a kitchen fail, which is also valid because not everything comes out perfect in the kitchen. Okay, so then we slowly beat in the, does anyone here really have the patience to beat in dry ingredients to wet ingredients a little bit at a time? Does anyone really have that patience? Ever? Who among us has just dumped the entire bag of dry ingredients into the wet and just hoped? Now, because this is live on stream, I'm going to do it, but I just wanted to validate myself. Just wanted some validation. Okay, so I've also combined it. Some recipes will have you sift this because the flour's got lumpy bits in it. I'm not super concerned about that. If it doesn't specifically say to sift the flour, then no. So we'll go with a few spoonfuls. Here's where it gets messy, no matter what. Because yeah, there is already, because it's flour and stuff, and it's getting all over the place, and oh no, it's like coming out of the bowl, and it's all like dusty and stiff and weird and gross, but it's fine. 100% fine. We're just going to turn this into a cookie dough, and we can tell that this is mixing well because it still looks like weirdly spreadable, so it's still looking kind of like frosting. So when we add the second bit in, it should get a lot more firm. Stay nice and chocolatey. I need to wipe off... Oh, sorry. I need to wipe off my spoon. We'll use the Coquito spatula. Nobody will care, right? Little Coquito, my disco. I mean, let's face it. Disco music was for black and brown and gay people. So, you know, why not bring a little Coquito into my disco chocolate cookies? That way they really will be black and brown. And yeah, you know, I think !Studio 54 will give you my disco playlist, which I would love to play for you now, but I'm also very aware of DMCA, so let's not do that. But yeah, !Studio 54 should give you a link to my Spotify playlist, which if you want to listen to that as you do it, as we're doing this, by all means, go ahead. It's got some classics, it got some curveballs. It also makes for a good, like if you want to make your own radio on Spotify, it makes for a good starting point. I think I can now get away with the rest of this. We'll see if Brian has made a mistake. Or not. Again, we'll just stir it together. We'll get a little bit of the... Like, as I start to get a little concerned, it's not going to combine, and then it starts combining, and it should get, like, darker and less dry and less... You know, like as you really get into it, it should all start mixing together. And you see like the darker stuff coming through, because that means it's all really incorporating well, and you're going to have a nice fudgy chocolatey dough. I assume, based on my cooking knowledge, I've never made this recipe before. I may have to use my hands a little bit here, just to make sure it's all combined. But I think we're getting good. I feel like it could be a little bit looser of a dough, just like a tiny bit. But it's always hard to tell when you're doing cocoa, because cocoa's weird. It acts dry and it acts wet at the same time. So, you know, it makes things like stickier and fudgier, but it's supposed to act like the dry ingredient and go in with the dry. So it's always a little weird. For me. I don't know about other people. I'm not a professional. In case anyone wonders, I am not a professional. So yeah, this seems like it's okay. I feel like I've heard this song like 15 times, but that's okay. I'm starting to wonder if there are just less songs on the house station that Spotify can play. Sorry, that Pretzel Rocks can play. I'm wondering if that's what's up, and that's very likely. Okay, so our dough looks okay. Now we're going to add the disco chips, and we'll see how it all works together. I've got chocolatey hands, in addition to my normal chocolatey appearance. Also, please don't call black people food. All right, so yeah, tiny amount of chips. Once again, our disco glittery chips. 1% edible glitter. I feel like I'm just like by hand mixing them, which is interesting. But let's roll around. Let's get all the chips like connected and touched. And, oops. And then we can actually try and mix it up. But I suspect I may be doing a whole lot more tossing in by hand. But yeah, get them a little bit incorporated throughout the dough. I'll admit, being in the cookies is probably not as important as being on top of the cookies. Oh, hey, RF Switch. Well, good morning, and I hope that you get some rest. I know it's been not a great few recent days, but hope you get some rest. And yeah. So let's see here. Whoops, come here. Again, just constantly using the spatula. If I was using an electric, a hand mixer or an electric mixer, I'd be constantly scraping down the bowl. This is essentially the equivalent of that. Yeah, okay, so I think that's probably about ready to go. It does not make a lot of dough, but it's very, very chocolatey. Like, it is very sticky. Very sticky. It is a little thick, but I'm going to make... It says it makes about a dozen, so I'm curious as to... Sorry, it makes 2 dozen. But yeah, it's very fudgy, very chocolatey. My normal cookie recipe is not usually this chocolatey, but we're going to see what happens. Let me make some more room on the counter. Once again, thank you very much to Nestlé for the Disco Morsels. I do appreciate it. So let's start putting stuffs away. Making room on the counter in the kitchen in the morning. I've got glitter on me. Well, it's all over now. I've got glitter on me. That's it. Just say goodbye. I've got glitter on me. Yeah, no backseating in general. I've had professional chefs in here that don't say anything about what I do. So, you know. What does that mean? What is that? What do I say on my raid message? What do I say on my raid message? Oh, right. If you don't like the content, you're free to leave. Yeah, I know. I'm going to have glitter on me forever. Okay, so... Let me move the mouse out of the kitchen. All right, so we're going to give this a shot. My oven is heated to the appropriate temperature. They sit here and they say... Okay. So there's one thing I didn't do exactly right. What they want you to do is they just want you to dip the balls of dough into the morsels. I just want to make sure that the morsels show up in the balls. So they actually, I would never, that's not how I would ever do it. It is not how I would ever do it. I would actually prefer that the chips be in the dough and not on top of the dough, because I like chips to be throughout and not just an enhancement to the cookie. So that is how they're justifying. And you can actually see the sparkle, which I love. But that's how they're justifying it being so small. They're basically saying, make this dough, make this like chocolatey fudgy dough, and then just dip the dough into it, which is not how we play in this kitchen. You gotta make cookies now. Well, you know, it's one of my superpowers. I make people want to bake things, which makes me happy when they come in and they're like, "Oh my god, I want to cook now." I'm like, "Good." It's been a good way to keep my brain occupied during this panjama, this parappa the rappa. So we'll start with 9. We'll see how they turn out. We'll have enough left over for a little more. It says turn this dough into 24 balls. No. But what I suspect is I suspect this dough is going to be very fudgy and perhaps not as cookie cracker crisp as my often one is. So we'll do that. I think I'm just going to make one batch, and I'm going to freeze the rest. I'm going to save the rest for later. So 9 to 11 minutes. 9 to 11 minutes. Okay. I never get plastic wrap right. Something about sticking, it does the sticking part way too soon. I never get it right. Nope, stop sticking. Stop! Stop! Stop it! Quit it! Wait, a little. Nice. Okay. So that'll go in the fridge for later. And I can start clearing the counter to make the tray bake. And then what time is it? Oh, wow. It's 9:13. So we're probably finished about the right amount of time today. Yay. My sink is a mess. Just so we're clear, my sink is an entire mess right now. And all this trash. And all this trash is waiting for you. I love DeBarge. Let's try and get myself some counter space back. Okay, so probably need a little more paper towels. And, oop, there we go. I spilled some of the cocoa powder and flour. It's kind of all over the place. Is it all over me? Is it all over my face? Another really good disco clubhouse hit. Yeah, being an entire mess is a mood. Yup. No lies detected. So the tray bake is the super simple part. Essentially, you're just assembling things on a sheet pan. Painting pirate. The really sad thing is painting pirate. I knew that was coming. Okay, I feel like all we've done is hear this one song on Pretzel Rocks. So hold on. Can we find a different station now? Let's go with Electro Swing, maybe? Because, yeah. I think we've definitely run out of Pretzel Rocks' YouTube safe stuff. Montone, thank you for the follow. In case I've missed anyone's subs,
ta-da!
Thank you very much. And a little bit of that. I was like, I'm out of big bowls now, aren't I? Where are my big bowls? Oh. I was like, where's my huge bowls? Okay, so we're waiting on that to finish itself. She's got big bowls indeed. Is that another Queen song? I keep saying I'm not a big Queen fan, and then all these Queen songs come into my head unbidden, so I'm like, God, maybe I am a Queen. Oh, AC/DC. Okay. I was like, maybe I am a Queen fan. I don't know. So this is a modification of Nigella Lawson's chicken with chorizo tray bake. Sorry. There it is. Spanish chicken with chorizo and potatoes. That should be higher contrast, but it's not. So it's just a modification of her recipe. And it's really simple. What I do is I just chop up the ingredients. I put them all together. I give them a little bit of oil and seasoning. Unfortunately, I could not get chorizo, so I'm using andouille, which is fine. You could use any sausage. And as you know, sometimes I am very particular about the sausage that I use, and other times I'm not that particular about the sausage that finds its way into my hands. Life in a pandemic has made me very flexible. I don't know why y'all are dinging. I don't know why you're dinging. I don't know what that's about. Hey, ClickFlint. Hey, Crafting Muse. Good morning. No. I lost a potato. That potato made a run for it. Okay, so let's see here. These are actually fine. Yeah, alright. This says cut them in half. I sometimes actually cut them a little bit more. Because a half... come here. A half doesn't quite seem like enough to me. I've not peeled a potato in... I can't remember the last time I peeled a potato, I'll be honest. But these aren't the red bliss. Like, they're not as tiny as I normally get baby red potatoes. But again, during a pandemic, your supplier... You know, your suppliers are your suppliers, and you get what you get. And you get what you give. God, that was awful. Please don't clip that. Like many people, when Biden was like, we're having the band do Get What You Give, and we're all like, really? And then, of course, he said why, and it was his son's thing, and I'm like, oh God, okay, now I'm going to cry over this silly song. Who is texting me? Who dares? It's my friend in Germany. who I really wanted to be able to visit. His birthday is this month, and the whole plan was that I would go and visit and be there for his birthday. But obviously that didn't happen. The world had other ideas. Then the COVID nation attacked. You haven't missed them. They're gonna be... Oh, they got about 30 seconds left on them for the lower time limit. So let's see what they look like. This seems like a lot. This is going to be a messy ass bake. They need more time. They are like high lumps. You did miss the Coquito. It is currently in a bottle and just blending, just vibing in the fridge over there. So it's here. The cookies are little lumps right now, so I'm not 100% confident about this recipe. And that's okay. Sometimes recipes don't work out. So we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil here. I'm going sparingly for now because I always tend to add too much olive oil, and that's bad. Little salt and pepper because I'm not being super anything about this. Oh, thank you so much, Siren. I appreciate that. I had fun making those videos. I had fun making the videos, but oh Lord, it's a lot of work. Can you fling the bottle into the ocean? Oh my God, Panther Lily. I mean, look, if I'm on a deserted island and a bottle washes up on shore and it's Coquito inside, oh, we're friends. I don't even know where you are in the world at that point, but we're friends. Forever. Niece's birthday. Awesome. There's birthdays today. Somebody's housemate birthday and now niece birthday. It's a good day for birthdays. On a Saturday. Nice. Nice. Okay, so those are nicely mixed. Let me see what she says about tomatoes. Did we just throw tomatoes in? Oh, she doesn't do tomatoes with this one. Well, we'll do some tomatoes. What the hell? I don't think I'll even... No! That's too many! No! That's too many tomatoes! Too many! Dang it! No! God dang it! I'm not even gonna, like... I'm not gonna cut them. I'm gonna let them, like, burst. A little bit. So I'm just gonna put a little knife slit in them. But yeah, I'm not gonna slice them. I'm just gonna let them be all plumpy. And yes, good morning everyone, especially people who I have not said hello to. Trying not to lose fingers. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, indeed. That's a throwback. Don't put your tomatoes in the fridge. Okay, so let's toss these in as well. Get back in there. Okay, and then we'll do some red onions. Yes, just slightly piercing them. Also, oh really, glare what? I know, stop throwing the produce. I can't help it. The produce wants to be free. Just like the doctor's photons. Oh my gosh, thank you for the cheer. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good time this morning. These are coming out extremely fudgy and poofy. Extremely fudgy and poofy. Yeah, they're more like brownies. But they're not on the, I'm gonna check the, I'm gonna check the sides to see if the side is firm or not. But yeah, they're gonna be more like tea. I was like, thank you, V. Tea cookies. They're more like tea cookies. But let me quickly check. Sorry. Let me quickly check the sides to see if they're tappable, like just firm, or if they're pressy. If they're tappable, then I'll take them out and let them cool. I don't know where because I think I'm out of room. Not quite yet, and we're in the danger zone because I have gone completely off script. Now, everything is in matter of, oh, let me try these for another few minutes, another few minutes, and another few minutes. Your sides haven't been firm in months. Look, okay? Look. What happened, happened, and we're doing our best to make it through it. I've gotten nowhere near the amount of passive exercise that I used to, and that's okay. I don't think anyone should feel stressed out about it or anything like that. Okay, I'm going to take out the outer layer because I do. Wait a second. Is anything ever on script around here? Fair. An ogre is like an onion. You gotta slice them in half and peel the outer layer before you get to the really tasty parts. I realize this is also Hades content. Because for some reason, the onion is like all they eat down there. And there's lore about it in the game. There's lore about the onion. Virgil! Shut up. Yeah, please don't try and learn knife skills from me. These are not knife skills. These are just cutting skills. Like these onions just trying to get cut today. It's cheap and tasty, but I think there's also something about it being not, like it's all they're allowed. It's all the damned are allowed in the underworld. Like it is not exactly it's a punishment, but not exactly. So I think there's something about that as well. Also, hi, Michael Wayne. I am making, actually, there's a menu command, but those onions woke up and chose violence. I mean, look. But today we've made cookies, Coquito, and now we're making a tray bake. I've made some coffee to start. I'm still working on my coffee because that's how I do. And otherwise, we're just having some fun today and chatting and, enjoying each other's company as best we can on this Saturday morning. Contending with the fact that a lot of us have been doing lockdown and etc. for about a year. And this is me still sometimes just trying to feed myself good things. I think I'm going to go with done on the cookies. They're going to be nicely puffy. They're going to come down as they cool. But let me find a place for them in the kitchen because my kitchen's a little bit full of things right now. So yeah, these will come down as they cool, but I love how much they've crackled open. Sorry, I need new oven mitts. I love how much they've crackled open. But yeah, that's like, you can see the disco in there. It's a little glittery. It's kind of sparkly. I will say once again that the recipe suggested that you make the dough and then just dip it in the morsels. So I can see next time. Please forgive me, I have kitchen surface area problems. I can see next time making a dough that's a little bit wet and then just like dipping it, like, just pressing the cookie morsels to the top. But otherwise, yeah, these are going to be good. They're going to probably come down. They're not going to spread too much, but they are going to come down and firm up and they'll be like crackly, crunchy with a little bit of fudgy in the middle. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, this is the andouille that I'm using. And these are the chicken thighs. The fact is that this is what the store has available, so that's what I get. The reason you see me making like roast game hens a lot is that it's easy to get hold of. The store always has it in stock. So not sorry. So sorry. Nigella says 425 for this. So one sec. Okay, so 425 for that. Essentially, I've got sausage and I've got chicken thighs. I'm not going to do a whole lot to the chicken. I'm just going to probably, make sure it doesn't have any feathers or any pins in it, and season it and throw it on top. I'm going to chop the sausage up into smaller pieces, and then it's just going to all spread out. But yeah, so I use Amazon Fresh, I use Instacart, I use like Target across the way. I use a number of things. Amazon Fresh is the one that has the most consistency on what's in stock. So that's why like I just add the 2-pack of frozen game hens to the thing and they always have it in stock. So many other things they don't, but that's always around. That and like a 12 ounce like pack of salmon is always around. So let me start chopping these up. Yep, hey, if anyone hasn't breakfasted yet, or if anyone hasn't lunched yet, do feel free to make your own food. I'm here to cook, but I'm not here to feed you, so I really hope that you are doing the proper self-care and taking care of yourself. And by self-care, I mean self-care any way you want, not the way self-care that some overblown ego fitness professional says you need to self-care. I don't know how to open sausage packets, apparently. Seriously? Are 3 chocolate chip cookies considered a balanced breakfast if you can balance them on your nose? Or if you can balance them on their sides? There we go. Then yes, you've had a balanced breakfast. I just respect the skills. I just respect the skills. You know, I don't really get into quote unquote nutritious versus not nutritious because, you know, your body sees a lot of what you put into it as nutrition. Now, if you want to talk about the quality of the nutrients, that's a different matter. But yeah, in terms of a nutritious breakfast, like your body is like, hi, you put things in me I can process. There we go. It's just olive oil and salt and pepper. I could throw some other herbs in there if I wanted to. I'm probably going to put a clove of garlic in there too, just because. But right now I'm just going to chop these up into smaller bits. Nothing fancy, just, I think just like half and then half again. So maybe around here. And then here. And here. And here. Come here. Come here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, doesn't really need to be super anything. The oven's at the right temperature. Oh, thank you for the host. Ha ha ha, other herbs, shush. So yeah, I might put a little more olive oil on it after it's in the pan. I may actually get my hands in there and mix it up and mix it around. But yeah, I'm definitely going to need to wash my hands after all this. When it comes to thighs, I do skin on and bone in because delicious. Look at me, cleaning as I go. I do skin on and bone in. If they have a lot of skin, you know, feel free to chop that off if you want. I don't. I actually don't. I am perfectly fine. I am perfectly fine with the skin being on it. It usually ends up rendering down into the veggies and onto the tray. It's nicely roasted, but essentially the chicken goes on top. Everything else gets spread throughout and the chicken goes on top. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give it some olive oil bursts. So we're going to go ahead and get my hands super dirty. And then again, I will just use salt and pepper. I'm going to throw some garlic on. I also have tons and tons of herbs. Like I've got like Italian, I've got all different kinds of herbs. I've got like a lemon garlic pepper seasoning that might actually go really well on this. But yeah, I mean, I also understand like, you know, boneless, skinless is a choice for some people, but not for me. Okay, so have I taken a break yet? No, I haven't taken a break. Because a lot of this kind of has to go, and this is a lot more standing. Actually, I wish I could game while standing. Feels a lot different than sitting on the couch. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that. But yeah, honestly, I wish I could like stand and run around a little more in my streams because yeah, this is much more things. I am talking about how, oh gosh, you used my own words against me. Cool. All right, fine. Let's see here. That's heated. Are we good for the moment? I think we might be good for the moment. How spicy are those sausages? So yeah, andouille is more towards the Cajun flavor. So there's a bit of spice to them, not super spicy, I would say. But yeah, I would look up the oh, if I have to take breaks at work, you should. Okay. I would look up andouille, andouille, and see if the spices are things that you would enjoy. But what I will do is I will take a break because it's getting warm in here, so I'm going to need to actually open a window and a screen door to get some air in here. So I will be right back. Everyone hang tight. I think my BRB button will work, I think, on this scene. Let's find out. Yes. Okay. And we're good to go. Hello. I am back. I actually used that break to take out the trash and get some more water, which I've now put down and can't remember. There it is. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Let me bring chat back up so I can actually see what people are saying. It is not easy to run your computer from another room. It is not easy to run your computer from another room. Also, I didn't have everything set up appropriately, so only the mic went mute and my camera didn't, so I was like, oops. But yeah, I threw on my 2 masks and went out and took out the trash and realized I don't know where my house keys are. I think they're in one of my, like, exercise hoodies, so it's all good. Okay, so we're at the stage where we just start throwing things on the tray. This is why these tray bakes are so easy. Because. Wow, that was hard. That was really, really tough. That was really tough. I don't know. That's like a level of difficulty right there. So, really all we do at this point is we kinda too much work for you. You know, we just kind of spread it out a little bit. We spread out a little bit, and then we place the chicken on top. Like, if you're super, super, super concerned, you know, you can nestle it down a little bit so it also gets closer to the bottom of the pan. So you kind of like, after you've got it nestled, you know, shimmy it in a little bit so that the stuff under it spreads out a bit. You know, if you really want to super worry about placement, you can, but everything should pretty much cook. So it's going in for 425 at an hour. And everything should be mostly cooked. Let's do it like a playing card. Hold on. How dare I get an uneven number of chicken thighs? I was hoping for 6. And yeah, once again, this is just salt and pepper on top. Actually, no. The chicken thighs are pretty sturdy, and they're pretty hearty. So they're pretty moist already, And I actually want them to get, I want the skin to get a little sizzle. What I might do is halfway through, I might check on them and like I might check on them and flip them so that the bottom gets the heat as well. But these are good to go into the oven. So I'm going to pop them in. We're going to talk. We may see what they look like. You might have heard something different. Oh, welp. Welp. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pop these into the oven at 425 for about an hour. And now all that's left is to clean and to tidy and to chat. And how's everyone doing? I do not know if I can sustain... I mean, they'll need an hour, so we may just hang out and do other stuff for an hour. Hey, Ranger Siphon, enjoy. You did miss a lot of the food. I'm sorry, you did miss a lot of the food. Oh, thank you. Let's see. We could make another... Oh, we could make another cocktail. I don't know. We'll see. You may... Oh, good. If I make you hungry, then I'm doing my job. So I may do some dishes. I have a dishwasher, so I may do some dishes. But let's... Oh, let's get the cookies out. Oh, it is, I did lines and veils from my Humblewood campaign, and yes, having a Google document made it very easy. So yes, these are the disco cookies, and let's see here, we can get a little bit of sparkle on this one. A little bit of sparkle on the disco chips. So, you know, I would suggest use whatever recipe you like. But I also feel like these would be good for topping. So if you've got pancakes with a thin-ish batter, they'd be really good for that. If you were making like a chocolate chip cheesecake and you just wanted to plop these in before baking, that'd be really good. I put them in like a normal cookie dough, so I put them inside, and I think they're fine, but I could also see rolling dough balls in these, but that would be a lot of top-heavy chocolate. But yeah, I think they worked well. I will do some other... I'll do some other ideas with them later, I think. But yeah, I think that they worked out okay. So there's that. Let me put these spices back in the cabinet. See, yeah, right. Yeah, top-heavy chocolate is not a deterrent. Brownies with the chips on top would be fantastic. Like after you've poured it in and just like boop, boop, boop. Give them a little more time to cool, and we'll see how one tastes. Oof, goodness. Okay, that was a lot. That was indeed a lot. Hey Noah. So yeah, I hope that everyone is doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's going to be a Saturday. The weather is nice-ish. I've actually opened up the window. I've opened up the window because running the oven in an apartment is just asking for the smoke alarm to go off. So I've got the window open and the fan going. Yes, they have to chill because they are too... Oh, shush. Shush. That's yummy, though. I can start putting things away in the dishwasher. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, no, feel free to ask. If anyone has any questions or anything they'd like to know, anything they want to discuss or talk about or ask, gaming, cooking, music, nothing too personal about me, but, do I consider this meal prep, or do I like to cook in batches? I like to cook, well, I live alone, so I'm often cooking for one person, or if I've got a guest, I'm often cooking for two, and a lot of recipes don't really scale down to one, so almost everything I cook is in a batch. But this is definitely going to last me, multiple meals, so that's one really good advantage of it, is I don't have to worry about what's for lunch or dinner, or lunch or dinner or lunch again, for a while. Let's see here. Hold on a second. What kind of music do I like to listen to? A lot of dance music, disco music. Oh, I will send it to you as soon as we are done wireless. I'll send it to you. I prefer dance music just because of energy. I like to move around. I like to get feeling it. Let's see here. How do I spice up a regular cup of coffee? Sometimes I literally spice up a regular cup of coffee. In the grounds, I may add a touch of cinnamon or a touch of nutmeg, or if I have it, pie spice or allspice or pumpkin pie spice. Just a touch. And then I grind it with the beans, or if they're pre-ground, I stir it in. You just have to make sure not to add too much because it will clog up the filter. And then you won't be able to get anything out, water or anything else. Cardamom in coffee is great, but cardamom you got to watch out for, because cardamom will take over everything. Cardamom really loves to be seen. Cardamom loves to be noticed. It loves to know. Cardamom wants you to know it was there. So be very sparing with the cardamom if you're going to add it. Let's see here. Any TTRPG I'm looking forward to, or anyone I want to play but haven't. I wouldn't mind being in a vampire game sometime soon. I think a vampire game would get me, if I had time. What's my favorite original soundtrack of a video game? I actually don't have one. A lot of times the music in games didn't really stick with me. So I don't really have a favorite. I think it may have been a matter of my focus was unable to split too much to the music, and I was a lot on the gameplay. Do I have a favorite composer? Not really. Not really. I mean, I love music, period. But I don't think I have a favorite composer. Classical or modern. I don't think I have a favorite. But I do love all kinds of genres of music. Like, all kinds. Even country, which was black music. Until it wasn't. This dough really stuck to this spoon. Favorite song to sing to? Lately I've been missing my friend who always did Hamilton, so he loved listening to Hamilton, so sometimes I find myself singing Hamilton, even though I'm not super into musicals. I often end up making up melodies and things. Extra stressful time. Oh, I'm sorry, all the beasts. I hope this helps. I hope that you are able to find some sleep soon. I also tend to be a singer to whatever is on. So if it's on and I recognize it, and that's one thing my brain does remember forever. It remembers lyrics for music forever. So that's a thing. So if it's on and I know the words, I'll probably start singing it. I do know there are some songs that have become memes on my, like, I always will slip into Belle Biv DeVoe Poison because poison is just an element in so many games. There we go. Let's see here. Oh, still more dishes. That's the fun part of cooking. Always dishes. Always dishes. What animal that I've never pet before would I like to meet and safely pet? A large cat, a tiger, a capybara, a quokka, an alligator, an octopus, a manta ray, an eagle, and an elephant. So the National Zoo is a short-ish walk from my house. And I would go there all the time and just walk through it and walk back home. An alligator you can pet as long as you close their mouth first. That's fair. Wait a second. Where did I get my shirt? Target. Target 3 years ago, their Pride selection. So yeah, Target 3 years ago, their Pride selection is where this came from. They had a lot of unicorn gear. Oddly, their unicorn gear was also kind of mixed with the tie-dye. So this one and my other unicorn shirt are both tie-dye. This one is a slightly more subtle tie-dye, but it's still there. Like you can kind of see down at the bottom. But yeah, any of those animals, if there was a handler and I was allowed to, if there was a handler available and I was allowed to touch, those animals would be good. You know, I didn't get any Pride merchandise last year. They still had Pride merchandise for sale, so it would have been great because it would have been on special as soon as Pride was done. But I didn't buy any Pride merch last year. This is what I love about the AeroPress is it makes like a super compressed puck of the coffee, and you can just go poop. Okay, not poop, but pop. Or poop. I don't know. Whatever noise you like to make. I say poop on stream a lot, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Is the AeroPress quick? Well, actually, yeah. Like, I like grounding. I like grounding. I like grinding. I like grinding my coffee, so that part takes a little extra time. But if you have ground coffee, the AeroPress is just as fast. I think it's faster, actually, than waiting, because I can make 1 cup of coffee, and I typically drink 1 cup of coffee a day. Just one. So that's fine for me. I don't need a big drip. So I like it, and I don't have room for a coffee maker on my counter. All my appliances are actually like that way across the kitchen. So yeah. What man that I have never pet before would I like to pet? And wow. Wow. Oscar Isaac. You know, Idris Elba if Oscar's not, like, available. I still have a crush on Ian Somerhalder. I don't know why. I was watching Lost until his character got ganked, and then I was like, well, I'm done with this show. I never watched the vampire thing, though, so obviously I didn't like it that much. I'm going to stop for now because I'm going to need to do some rearranging of things. Oh, wait. Room for the big bowl in the dishwasher, but not all the big bowls. Okay. That is better. That show lost its plot. Oh, it is one of the shows I didn't really guess the twist. But when I learned what it was, I was like, ugh, really? But there was a meme going around recently on Twitter about at what point did you give up on The Walking Dead? And I basically didn't make it past the pilot because a friend tried to show it to me, and I've seen a lot of TV, so a lot of TV is kind of easy for me to guess what may happen or what's going on. And the things that were revealed by the end of the pilot, I was like, okay, yeah, I got it. The Walking Dead is not the zombies. The Walking Dead is the people. I get it. So let's get in here. Ooh. Inside is all like chewy. Does it crush? Oh, it crushes. Ooh. Oh gosh, you know what I need with this? Hey, the Opera Geek, welcome on in. Hey, Kelly. Oh my god, it smells so good. What I need... You may have just bought out the remaining 50% of Valentine's Day supply of cinnamon gummy hearts. Oh, wow. Wowzers. Wow-azers. You enjoy the good vibes here. I am very happy to hear that. I'm very happy to see that people enjoy content on this platform that is not gaming. Not that I mean, look, I play games too, so it ain't about that. But it's just nice to know that people can do and try other stuff, and it is seen as valid and fun. Because Twitch is about so much more than gaming. You should not cook on Twitch, because you should not cook ever. That is not shade. The Opera Geek has literally told me that she should not cook. Ever. Okay, that is not shade. that is not shade. Okay? She has specifically said she's not allowed to cook in her apartment. So this is the Coquito I made. I'm honestly just shaking it with ice. And I'm going to strain it. Oh, whoops. Silly me. Strain the Coquito like our friendship. Wow! Wow. 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 Because I don't always like the coconut bits. But sometimes I do. But I do like, at the very least, I like swirling it with ice or stirring it with ice and then straining off the ice to make it nice and cold. Oh, that is so good. That is so nice. Okay, so hey, Reaganomics, congratulations. So yeah, cookie time, cookie time. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They are extremely chocolatey. Extremely chocolatey. They are crispy on the outside, fudgy in the middle. Not quite like molten fudgy. They are cooked all the way through. I added I think about 6 minutes to the cook time. I added about 6 minutes to cook time. There was confusion because I thought that I bit into a chip and I had like, but what was happening was the chocolate morsels, they're designed to not melt, but they are designed to soften, but they're designed for the exterior to not melt. So I was confused because I was like, did I eat a chip or not? But yeah, there's a nice crunch. Okay. Okay, so I would say choices. The Nestlé Toll House Disco Cookie recipe is very clearly designed to make a chocolatey, fudgy cookie that you then dip or roll in the chips to get the chips on top. I put the chips inside, so still good, but it's very clearly meant as the cookie is a base for the chips being a showpiece. Let me just lick some of this glitter. Oh, it's like sweet. Oh yeah. Okay, the glitter is absolutely sugar. The glitter is absolutely sugar. But yeah, I mean, on the inside, it's very much like a brownie. Oh yes, glitter. Sorry. Oh, hold on. Focus. Maybe don't look at me. Focus. So yes. I have seen the holographic pattern chocolate. That was very cool. That was very cool. Ah! I'm dropping crumbs. Okay. About 37 minutes on the tray bake. I'm probably going to check on it shortly. We may hang out until it's done. We may not. Hey, JD. If I've missed anything in chat, any questions, anything, any good news, please feel free to repeat it. I was looking down a lot to make sure that I didn't spill anything or break anything. So if I missed any super reasons to say yay, by all means, pop those reasons back in chat. I can see that oh wow. let me also say thank you to people who have donated, because I can see that I have good news. I enjoy your streams. Oh, Dasbiff, stop. I mean, don't. It's very kind of you. I see we have some more donors. Okay, so I'm just shy of my first... Oh, no, stop. I'm just shy of my first goal. But thank you again. Thank you, Cypher of Tier. Thank you, JD Lady. Thank you, Ian A Quarter Ghost. Thank you, Deem. Thank you, Chia. And thank you, Felis. Very kind. I really appreciate it. I am very glad that you are... I'm glad that you like it here. Okay, I'm glad that you enjoy it. That makes me happy. That makes me enjoy doing this. Congratulations! Oh my gosh, congratulations! That's amazing. It is good and goog. Good and goog. Oh, can I get a shout out for Frasley? I'm sorry. I meant to add her to my list of people to auto shout out, but could I get a shout out for Frasley S, please? Thank you. Generally a lot of, I mean, honestly, I can't even keep up with all the good content creators right now. Everyone is really enjoying coming to the platform, doing whatever they want to do on the platform, which is most important. I wish I could be in more streams all the time, but it's just not possible. Hey, Versalusa. So what kind of coffee, what kind of grinder do I use? Right now, I use the same Krups. Oh, hold on. I use the same Krups grinder that I have had for at least 20 years. At least 20 years. And it has been for spices a lot of the time. And then I give it a good clean out, and now it's for coffee. So yeah, I've had the same Krups grinder. I've thought about getting the getting a burr grinder, which is like the fancy coffee grinder, but I don't need it. I don't need it. And hey Kiwi. Left field names, welcome. At 30 minutes, I'm going to check on that and maybe see if anything needs to be turned or flipped. And we'll get a look at what it looks like halfway into the process. Millie, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate the follows. I appreciate the resubs. It's harder when I'm in the kitchen because I can't see everything as fast as it comes in as when I'm sitting on the couch. But do know that I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And yeah. Whoop. I also just love, I'm sorry, I love this so much. Whoop, 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 whoop. I also like having a separate kitchen setup that I don't have to take everything apart in the other room and bring it over here. It's so nice to not have to do that. It's so nice. And thank you, Stephen Kill, for showing me the plugin that I use to do that. It's a very nice plugin. That K Ginger, oh my gosh. That K Ginger was very kind to make sure that I was eating well, and I was able to get some really lovely cupcakes thanks to them. So I appreciate that. Welcome on in. Thank you for the resub. Brian, no worries. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your Coquito recipe. It is delightfully detailed, and it produces a lovely result. So cheers and take care. That's yummy. That's yummy. And the longer it sits, the more rummy it'll get. Thank you for that. That is a lovely uwu. Do I like chocolate chunk banana bread? I do. I do. I don't make banana bread that often because bananas don't last long in my house. I pretty much just go through bananas very quickly. Or I freeze them and turn them into smoothies, because then, like, when you freeze a banana and like chop it up, it gets to be like ice cream. I saw, hold on, Kiwi said something. Yes. Do I like walnuts in my banana bread? Not so much. Not so much. The thing is, Dimples is already hovering over the button. But I don't really like nuts in my desserts and breads. I don't like nuts in banana bread. I don't. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of nuts in banana bread. I know for some people they're a standard, and it's fine. But I typically don't put nuts in my cookies or my desserts or anything. Siren, I like frozen fruit. I prefer frozen fruit if I can. And Ginger, thank you for that gift sub to Kaiser J. Ooh, hold up. I forgot how far this this camera like gets my entire kitchen in, which is a little bit disturbing because it's not as clean as I want. But I do like these cameras. They're very nice. Okay, so let's have a look at the, we're about halfway through the baking time. Let's have a look and see if I've made a glorious thing or a huge mistake. So please note, this is halfway through kitchen. This is halfway through cooking. And you can't really see the brownness, but the chicken skin is taking some brown. It's starting to peel away. So it's starting to render. There is some good juices in the pan, rendering from everything. And yeah, the sausage is getting cooked. I can tell where the hot spots in my oven are. And yeah, so another 30 minutes and this will be done. It is at 425 Fahrenheit. 425. You'll be right over to have a bite of the dish, or... I really do wish that I could, I wish that I could cook for people. I miss doing that, I really do. And I miss even just enjoying food with people. That is a lot. That it's really fun to sit down and have a meal with people, and I miss that too. So I really like for things to get themselves together so that we can all go do that. I really would like things to get themselves together. I tried to get, my city has not been really issued enough vaccines, so getting an appointment is really difficult. Obviously, we know things are canceled. Conventions are not happening. Shouldn't happen. Right. The funny thing is, I mostly go out to eat or go out to drink by myself. But I can't even do that. So I can't even go out to ignore people. So hopefully things get themselves together, but we'll see. I will say you do need to keep stirring and swirling your Coquito because the spices, the cinnamon and the nutmeg will sink to the bottom. So you want to kind of swirl it, like in a very cavalier continental fashion. Counterclockwise, if you're in the northern hemisphere, obviously. Or clockwise. Give yourself a stranger. Never mind. Did the music stop just as I said that? Oh god. But yeah, it's a mess everywhere. It's a mess everywhere. That's just kind of a given. And I think everyone is doing their best. But like I said, people who have found their way to Twitch, whether as consumers or creators, I think it's a good thing. I don't know. It's been nice to have that happen and be able to enjoy hanging out with people virtually. I've been seeing my pictures come up from previous years, and it's a bit emotional to realize, like just over a year ago was my last convention, and it was right about the start of this, so we're kind of lucky that we got to do that, and I got to see people. And then shortly after, we're like, oh, I guess this is a serious thing. So, yeah. See, yeah, we're slowly getting appointments for people who are not super high risk, but we still have such limited supply where I am. And yeah, if you're in Texas, please be careful, take care. If you are in a state which has, and I'm not going to get political, but if you're in a state which has unwisely decided that they don't want to, that they want to drop their mask mandate, their mask recommendations, please be careful. Please take care of yourself. Please. If you need to get a pole that's like 4 to 6 feet long and put like an oven mitt at the end of it to be like, nope. Do that, whatever it takes. A boxing glove if you're feeling a little bit feisty that day. Not a cattle prod. We're not out here getting lawsuits. Ooh. Well, happy almost birthday. I've never been to BlizzCon. I haven't been to a lot of conventions that are super focused on one thing. So I've never been to BlizzCon. I've never been to TwitchCon. I've never been to the Adult Entertainment Awards. Though I was at E3. No, not E3. CES. I was at the Consumer Entertainment Show, Electronics Show. CES, Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Which apparently is roughly the same weekend as the Adult Entertainment Awards. Or right after or right before. I don't know. You went to your first metal festival. Oh, nice. Nice. Yes, it runs right into, yeah. These are cookies. They are. Well, that's a piece of a cookie. And now it's an X cookie. So about 22 minutes on the tray bake. I'm probably going to have it with, let's see, what have I got? I've got some, riced cauliflower, pilaf style. This is like the Whole Foods house brand. and you just make it in the microwave. And then I really like to drain it because in the microwave it gets really, really, really wet. So I like to microwave it and then drain it. And it's nice rice. It's it's not rice, but I've found that this is nicer and it's a nice way to get veggies. So I like riced cauliflower, and mostly you can find it in microwave freezer bags. And then, yeah. I'm not particularly keto or any kind of special thing, but I do realize I just need to eat more vegetables. So doing things like this helps. I mean, I love rice. Like one of my favorite. If I weren't making this with the andouille sausage, I'd be making this because I love this. I love my Zatarans. I love my red beans and rice. I love the box mix. If I can get the real thing, I get the real thing. But at home, Zatarans, red beans and rice box mix, and then you chop in some andouille sausage, you're good to go. You're good to go. It's so good. If you don't have andouille sausage, then sometimes what I say is like take the sausage out of the casing and crumble it up and sizzle that up and then add that. If you have just like a Italian sausage. All right, Zatarans. Have I ever had blackened bacon wrapped shrimp with red beans and rice? I have not. I have not. And now I'm not great with a lot of seafood dishes at home. I will do, what's weird is I'll season shrimp and just lay it out on a sheet pan and roast it real quick. Like I use the Barefoot Contessa for roasting shrimp, which is basically like 8 minutes. Like you basically just season an entire pan of shrimp and then it's like 7 or 8 minutes and it's done. And if you undercook it a little bit, then you can add that to things as you're cooking. So sometimes if you're planning on adding things to stuff later, undercook it by just a little bit. That way it doesn't get like overcooked when you add it to something and heats through. But, be mindful and use a thermometer, digital read, instant read if you've got one for cooking, just to make sure. I remember the Zatarans ads from when I did watch more TV. Hey, Malam, welcome. And who came in from the recommended? But welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. About 18 minutes. Thank you. I like this shirt. I would wear it more, but it's got, what are the dings for? The ding, it's for when I make a pun or when I spill something or when I make a suggestive comment. Slightly suggestive. I try not to be too explicitly sexual because, one, Twitch, and two, everybody has varying levels of sexuality, sexual attraction, romantic attraction. So not everybody's really down with people just making sex jokes all day, like they can appreciate the humor, but at some point it's like, eh. Just because something's funny doesn't mean you're like, yeah, let's just laugh at that all the time. I'm still laughing about, what did we say about Cate Blanchett as Hela in Thor? Like, I tried to say, instead of saying she could step on me, I was like, she could sell me insurance. She could get me to listen to a sales pitch. Straight up single entendres just get boring. Honestly, a lot of straight things just get boring. Let's be real. A lot of straight things get boring. She could get you to buy a timeshare. Ooh, dang. Okay, see, that's how you know. That's how you know. Okay. You know somebody got it going on. They could sell me a timeshare. And I'm like, I would listen to the whole sales pitch. I wouldn't even worry about the free weekend. I would listen to the whole thing. Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine the Goddess of the Dead, like actually doing a timeshare pitch? I don't have an impersonation of Cate Blanchett of that voice yet. I have to listen to it a few more times, but yeah, her whole manner of that is just so good. In case anyone is wondering, I was gonna say, in case anyone is wondering, I have finished the series WandaVision. We are doing our best to not talk about it here, because there are people who may not have made time in their schedule to see it, or there may be people who've been waiting for the whole thing to be done so they can watch it all at once. But if you're in my Discord, we have a spoilers channel where we tag with the show and then we spoil the content. We spoil the comment. So unless it's something like, oh my gosh, that was amazing, in which case that's not really a spoiler, but we try to keep it in there. So, if a mod can do exclamation point Discord, no, yeah, Michael, Michael Wayne, everyone's been watching. No one needs to, I will say this, and not to call you out, no one needs to say watch until the end with this show. No one needs to say make sure you watch until the end with any Marvel property now, because we're like, I'm not going anywhere until I see the screen go black. Period. I will even sit through the foreign, like the non-US credits and voices, just to make sure they didn't stick something after all that. But yeah, everybody was like, make sure you stay through the, I'm like, we know we're staying through the end. Ain't nothing stopping us from staying through the end, yo. We all know. Though I will admit, some movies I have been in, and when the credits start rolling, that's when I will pull out my phone and I'll double check like how many, because usually by then I'm hungry and I have to go to the bathroom, because modern movies are too long. To not have an intermission, modern movies are too long. What I most remember about WandaVision, and this is going back to the first episode, is we weren't sure what was an actual credit sequence and what wasn't, so it was amazing. But yeah, so please, no spoilers here. There are places to discuss it. It is definitely not here. It is definitely not on Twitter, live on your timeline where everyone can see it. It is for places like Discord and private messages and voice chats, because you want to make sure that people enjoy it and they're not spoiled by stuff. Even if you're super excited to talk about it, it's better just not to. Because I remember movies like way back in the day, some movies had intermissions. Like Gandhi in the theaters, Gandhi had an intermission because Gandhi is a long ass movie. And then at home, because this was pre like VCR and pre-recording, on HBO, movies would have intermissions. Like I remember The Big Chill having an intermission. Excuse me. And I missed that because like you couldn't, like you couldn't miss it. You couldn't rewind it. You couldn't go back. So they were like, yeah, we're going to have an intermission. And it was nice. Certain small, see, that would be nice to go to a cinema and them just saying like, we picked an appropriate place to have an intermission, go to the bathroom, go to the snack bar, do the thing. Oh no, pirate. Oh no. I couldn't tell you what it was now, but your sister went to the movies with a friend once and she hated it. Boring and melodramatic. And she was so relieved when the screen went black and then it said intermission. Ouch. Ouch. Oh no. That would be hell. People who do the extended, who watch all of the Lord of the Rings extended edition in like one weekend, goodness gracious, that's a lot. That's just a lot. But yeah, now like, oh, the goal's been hit. Holy crap! Look at that. Would you look at that? Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Frasley. That means we're currently at 270, so I will raise it for tomorrow. I don't have my keyboard with me right now, so I can't raise it right now. But I will raise it, so thank you so much. HRT changed your bladder. Oh no, is your bladder now the size of a pea? Cause you, anyway. Thank you for coming with me on that journey. I'm not proud. I'm not proud. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. We've got about 10 minutes left on the tray bake. So, after that is done, I'm gonna wind it down. I'm gonna go to the credits, and we'll see who we're gonna raid. I do know that Steven is gonna be on, playing Stardew Valley with his wife, so that'll be fun. I also try to, like, it's funny when I talk about breaks, I talk about streamers taking breaks, and I say, a streamer taking a break is basically the intermission. I know some people don't like getting ads, so if a streamer themselves does the ads, then it's like the ad break, and you know you're not missing anything. But hopefully they're giving us better control over ads. You went to the drive-in to see it. Ooh, that would have been fun. I haven't been to a drive-in. I haven't been to a drive-in in decades. I would love to go to a drive-in. I don't know if we have any. There are things I would love to do, and I'm hoping. I want to go roller skating again. I want to go bowling. I want to go to a drive-in movie theater. I want to go to a fair, like a festival fair type thing. I want to go to a Renaissance festival so I can walk around drunk and eat a huge old turkey leg. There's so much that I want to do. And mostly I just want to go somewhere and have somebody else cook food for me. I mean, I love to cook, but I am ready to go somewhere else and pay somebody an appropriate wage to cook the food for me. I'm ready. Oh. What's the weather going to be like today? It's 41 degrees outside, so we're going to get sunshine. I've also got to start thinking about, I've got to start thinking about what I'm going to do with my garden this year. Painting Pirate, I am with you on that. I just want to go someplace and sit by myself, enjoy my food and drink with my book for hours. I just want to do that. Catharus. Oh, thank you. That is the menu. So I started with some coffee. Then I made some Coquito, which is like, Puerto Rican nog, not really eggnog. It's more of a coconut-based nog. And then we made some cookies with disco chips, and we're doing a tray bake of chicken and sausage and onions and potatoes and tomatoes, which is currently in the oven for 7 more minutes. My day is going pretty well. Oh, congratulations on getting the vaccine. And congratulations on not feeling anything out of the ordinary. What I mostly know from people who get the vaccine is that it kind of takes you down for a little bit. Like, you might just kind of want to sleep for a while. But otherwise, yeah, no lasting effects. So I'm looking forward to when we can get them here, but it may be a while. All of our senators and congressmen probably got their vaccines, but the rest of people living in DC, not so much. My channel schedule is Saturday and Sunday at 7:30 in the morning, although today I was a little bit late. I apologize for that. And then on Tuesdays, I am on at 3:30 in the afternoon, Eastern. So Tuesdays are after work for me, and I play right up until dinner, so 3:30 p to 6. On Saturday and Sunday, it's about 7:30 to usually 10 or 10:30, or I think today has gone a little longer than normal because I'm cooking. And then also on Sunday, if you want to do exclamation point Rivals, I'm on Rivals of Waterdeep. Excuse me, on Sunday afternoons at 1 p.m. Eastern, and that is a long-running live play D&D show, and they're in season 9 right now, and it's fantastic. We're having a great time. We are. I am legitimately having a great time. Like, it is really fun to get back into it, and to have a consistent group to role play with. Virgil! I gotta go back to Eugenio's first time that he did that, and I need to make that a sound command in my channel with his permission. I need to go ask his permission. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, so the chocolate chips that we used, I apologize for the camera flickers. I know exactly why they're happening, and I'm working on it, but they haven't been taking down the stream, so we're okay. Yeah, stop it. Stop it! But these are Nestlé Toll House Disco Morsels. So they are chocolate morsels, and some of them are coated in edible glitter. Oh, well, Elena, thank you. No worries for the lurk. It's early for a lot of people, so yeah. So these are disco chips. I saw them advertised, and I said those are perfect for me, so I specifically aimed a shot right over the bow at Nestlé Toll House, and I said, you know what, it'd be really great if I got these. And then Nestlé Toll House reached out and said, hey, why don't we send you some? And so yeah, these were sent to me by Nestlé Toll House, because I said it's very hard for me to find them in my area. They are exclusively right now at Walmart, and the nearest Walmarts to me would require me to travel, and I have not used transit or car services since the start of the pandemic, and I couldn't order it online. So I'm very glad that they sent it. Nestlé Toll House, you got air conditioning in that account? Wait, what? I don't get that one, Click Flint. What did I wait? What did I miss? I don't get that one. But yeah, so yeah, somebody be a lot cooler if you. I am mad. I've been betrayed. I have been betrayed. Oh. Oh my, how could you do this to me? Damn it. Oh, you. I don't use a gooseneck kettle. I actually just use this electric kettle from Procter Silex, which is slowly on its way out. I need to replace it. Parts of it are falling apart and falling off, so I need to replace it, but it's just a standard electric kettle. I will say getting an electric kettle changed my life. If you don't have one, get one. If you don't have an electric kettle, get one. It is life-changing. If Chewie is short for Chewbacca and 3PO is short for C-3PO, what's Luke short for? A stormtrooper. Boom, boom, shh. Although yes, you are absolutely welcome to use the stove or the microwave to heat up your water. The microwave is perfectly acceptable. One more minute left on the tray bake, and that'll be great because it'll be just about time for me to start thinking about lunch. And I'll be able to make some of this and make some of the rice. Maybe sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the rice. Just a touch of Parmesan cheese on the rice, just a little bit. And I didn't put any garlic in the dish. So that's one thing. That's one thing that I would say to do. Is if you have cloves of garlic, or you've got minced garlic, or even if you've got garlic powder, you can go ahead and toss a little bit in, because that will be nice too. If you like garlic. If you don't like garlic, then leave it out. If you don't like anything, leave it out. I'll be honest, you could just put 5 chicken thighs on a tray and roast them in the oven, and you'll have chicken. But if you're going to do that, do 10, because you may as well make a head. You know, if you're gonna, but yeah, you know, you don't have to add any of these things. You could put the sausage on a rack on a sheet pan and roast that and be fine. Add it to whatever you want. Make like Kraft macaroni and cheese in the box, and then add sausage to it, or hot dogs even. I haven't had a hot dog in a long time, actually. Now that I think about it, you love garlic, but it doesn't love you back. Well, it probably heard your puns. Steaming chicken. Ooh, that might be nice. I'm thinking about an air fryer, but I don't have room for it. So, but let's have a look and see what we got. Ooh. So I will say that the onions I could have chopped thicker, but the onions I could have chopped a little bit thicker, but we've got nicely sizzle. Lots of juices have been released. The skin on top of the thighs is nicely crisp. And yeah, I actually think I'm just going to let this come to... I'm going to leave it in the oven and turn the oven off. And let it come down. But yeah, at this point, it's done. It's cooked. All I got to do is jiggle it a little bit. Some of the things may have bonded to the foil, so you might want to get a spatula or a scraper. You can see over here, we got some blackened. But over here, we got juicy. So that's a hot spot in my oven. That's my bad. But yeah, so we're good to go. And with that, I turn off the oven and I just let it go down. Sometimes if it's cold in my apartment, I leave the oven open and let it come down very quickly. But at that point, you can't hurt it. All you can do at this point now is... Now what I might do... Oh god, I would love one, but I would need to own. And I rent. I rent, I don't own. But what I am going to do is... Sorry, I'm making a mess. I'm gonna get a few takeout containers, and I'm gonna get a few takeout containers, and I may actually separate these into specific meals, because so I may actually be like put a chicken thigh, put some veggies and sausage, and stack these up. And that way I won't really have to worry about anything. I don't really do meal prep, but based on this, it would keep me from eating all of it at one time, which is also a possibility. It might actually, I'd be like, well, I got nothing else to do. Let me just have one. Well, let me have another one because that one was so tasty. And let me have another one. And, then before you know it, done. So yeah, I may separate them out. I save when takeout containers are washable or microwavable, I will save them, I will wash them, and I will keep them until they really start to fall apart. If you also don't want to do that, you can buy packs of these meal prep things on Amazon, or on other stores, probably Bed Bath & Beyond, other things like that. You know, it's nice to keep around, but also when I order out food, if I can save it and wash it, I do the same thing. They're the perfect size for so many things. So many things. Are the cookies glittery? Yes, they are. Now what I could have done, and I realize I have these and I never use them. I never use them, but one sec. I have these, which I never use. These are also like sugary sprinkles. And so these are like white and black and sparkly, and then the jimmies. I bought these on sale because they weren't doing well. Because my grocery store trying to sell high-end decorative cake stuff didn't work out. So I bought these on super sale. But I've never used them in anything. So they just sit in my counter. I wish I'd sprinkled them before baking. They would have been really nice. But yeah, so that's been a lovely morning hanging out with y'all. A little longer than I intended to, but, you know, things took a while to cook. So what shall we do now? I think now we shall try to, we'll try to get set up for winding down. But yeah, thank you so much. I know there's a menu command. I will do my best to take clips of things. Thought we were going to end after. I thought I was too, but I was like, you know what? I felt like if I ended when I put the chicken in the oven, it would have been really unfair. Because then, you know, I want to make sure. For me, what I love about doing this on Twitch is that I'm doing this in real time. So it's not like I put it away and then magically later on had a dish. I was like, no, I want you to know this takes 1 hour. It takes 1 hour and you don't even have to watch it. I'll have to play some D&D. Excellent. Everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Let me hop over to the credit screen. Hey, look at that. It worked.